Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. On behalf of Markaz Sahaba, the voice of Ahlus Sunnah wal Jama'ah, we present to you the daily nasiha and advice. Today, with the grace and mercy of Almighty Allah Jalla wala, we focus on Nasiha 1842, the 7th of Jumadul Ula. It was on the 7th of Jumadul Ula, and the year was 1419 after Hijrah 1419, corresponding to 29th August 1998. The apartheid regime of Israel announced the plan to build 2,500 additional homes in the occupied area of Julan. Remember, these are all occupied territories. Against international law, the land grab of the apartheid regime continues, and the accomplice in these crimes are the Americans, the Europeans, and the British. All lip service they pay, but remember, they want the aggressor, that is apartheid Israel, the war criminal, to treat the Palestinians as second-class, third-class citizens. Allah forbid. May Almighty Allah decimate the zalims and oppressors, and may Almighty Allah give victory to the Palestinians sooner rather than later, with the help and mercy of Allah. Similarly, on the 7th of Jumadul Ula 1399, corresponding to the 4th of April, and this was 1979, the ousted Pakistani leader, the Prime Minister Zulfikar Ali Bhutto, was executed. We were in Pakistan, in Karachi at that time. I remember vividly this incident. It was during the reign of Ziaul Haq, General Ziaul Haq as he was called. And remember that Bhutto was found guilty and then executed. And then I remember the headlines and caption of the newspapers in Urdu, فَأَعْتَبِرُوا يَا أُولِي الْأَبْصَارِ, that you must take heed, O people of sight and insight. Yesterday meaning a few months ago or so, the person was a prime minister, and today executed. And if you read the details, you will find the person who executed him, so remember, was paid in 1979, that's more than now 40 years ago, that he was paid 50 rupees, so 5 rand or so. So imagine that this is what tu'izzu man tasha wa tuzillu man tasha. But I'll tell you two things about Bhutto which very few people know. When Pakistan and Saudi Arabia, remember, signed, a treaty so that the workers will go, he said, I will not allow any Pakistani woman to work there. Imagine at that time he already knew what could happen to them and the abuse, and that was a very good decision on his part, on Bhutto's part. We need to understand the man did some good also. And on the other side, we studied in the institution of Hazrat Allama Muhammad Yusuf bin Nuri rahimahullah, and it was in Bhutto's time that he took another decision, although there was influence and pressure put on him by Hazrat Allama Yusuf bin Nuri rahimahullah, the ulama and King Faisal of Saudi Arabia. He became shaheed in 1975 and was a martyr. So they told Bhutto that you must pass the verdict and you must make the announcement at government level that the verdict will be passed by ulama, but the announcement must be done by the government that the Qadianis are non-Muslims and out of the fold of Islam. It was on the 7th of September 1974 that under the leadership of Hazrat Allama bin Nuri rahimahullah this was done. And that Ramadan we were there, and the Sheikh al-Azhar, Sheikh Abdul Halim Mahmood, came to Hazrat Allama bin Nuri, and both were sobbing and crying. We didn't understand Arabic that time, we were learning the basics. We asked one Pakistani Maulana alim, he said that Sheikh al-Azhar said last night he saw Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam in a dream, and he was commanded, go to Sheikh Yusuf bin Nuri, congratulate him and say the work he did for that Khatm Nubuwat, regarding that Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam will always be the final messenger. These are our akabir, these are our giants, remember that. So these are two things which I wanted to share with you, O esteemed listener, that regarding Bhutto Bhutto. When Bhutto used to speak Sindhi, I used to understand everything. That was his mother tongue. May Almighty Allah protect Pakistan and all the Muslim and Arab countries. Ameen. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.